Hello, welcome to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell from the B.B. Comer Memorial Library here in Sylacauga. Before I get started, I want to thank TV47, Chris, and everyone who helps us put on our program. We are very grateful to them for this time. I'm very excited today to be talking with Patrick McDonald and Rob Blanchard. They are with Safe Southern Dance and Performing Arts Company production of The Wizard of Oz. That's a mouthful. But I'm so excited about the upcoming production.
Oh, we are too. We're in the final home stretch now. We open on February 16th at B.B. Comer High School Auditorium and are looking forward to getting the public in there. It's really a delightful show.
Oh, it should be. Well, we'll go ahead and tell. You said it starts February 16th?
Yes.
All right. Where can we get tickets?
You can go online to sdpac.net and right at the top of the page there's the link. Buy Wizard of Oz tickets. There will probably be some at the door as well. Also for schools who want to do a field trip and bring their whole class, bring the entire school, I believe there are still slots available. We'll be doing daytime school shows on the 22nd and 23rd. So they can book those with Miss Amy or Miss Mary at 256-245-1669.
Okay, great. Now, the first date is the 16th,
right.
And that's Thursday?
Thursday, yes.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday
Yes,
night?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, and then Friday and Saturday the next week. The first 4 shows will start at 7 p.m. There'll be evening shows on the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 24th, I think.
I'd have to have a calendar.
Yeah, I would too.
There it is, yeah, here we go.
And then the last show, our closing show will be at 2 o'clock. It'll be a matinee. We had several patrons who begged us to do a show in the daylight so that they didn't have to drive home in the dark.
That's
so
right.
we accommodated that.
Well, that's great. So I know you listen to the people who are coming. That's
Absolutely.
Great. And the school shows, they can still call it. And what a fun experience for a class to come see.
Oh yeah, and generally as we're after the shows, particularly after the early show, we'll have actors on stage. They'll come out and just talk with the audience and let them ask questions about the show or about what it's like to be on stage. So it's there's a little more to it than we normally do even with the public shows.
Great. Well, that sounds so fun. So fun. Well, now I'll get back to you guys. I wanted everybody to know when and where to get tickets. These productions are always great. I've been to several of them, and they're wonderful. Your kids and adults do a great job.
Well, thank you.
So, Patrick, you are what's your role?
Director.
Director, okay. And Rob?
Set builder, master, whatever. I make things that you see on the stage.
Oh, goodness. I've got a whole list of questions here about that, too. We'll get to them in just a minute. That is great. How did you choose this particular play?
You know, Wizard of Oz takes us into a place we've never gone before. I mean, every show has added something to what we do and what we teach and the education program. And this one takes us into that realm of children's theater. It was originally a children's book written in 1900 by L. Frank Baum, and the first musical made from it, he actually helped write the music for in 1902. That's not the version we're doing. No. The music's not really as good.
Well, no. Over 100 years old, I think. Right.
It's a little dated. But yeah, it was, I think when he was writing the books, he really pictured it for the stage because it plays out really well for the stage. And this one is a crowd pleaser. It is one just to delight the audience and make them feel great coming to the theater.
That is true. I mean, we've probably all seen the movie, the Disney movie, and some of the others, and just love to sing along.
Sure.
Follow the yellow brick road. Everybody wants to sing that.
We're going to cast you next.
Oh, I don't think so. But thank you. This is my part. But I look forward to it. That'll be so much fun.
Well, good.
So much fun. Now, I know you don't do this alone. There are lots of people who volunteer. I know, Rob, you have lots of people that help you, don't you?
Yes. A lot of times we need people to move heavy things and lift them and put them in place, and then put them together. And so it's short bursts of activity that I need a lot of help, and then a lot of times it's just me out there building stuff.
Wow.
Like at my house or whatever, you know, the whole shop area gets taken over for about 2 or 3 weeks just to get things ready
Oh, I
for
bet.
5 shows.
Sure.
I bet it
Or
does.
6,
oh
8,
my,
however
yeah.
how many shows are we doing?
Well, yeah, several, and lots of rehearsals because I know they have to be ready for rehearsals.
Some of it does, right. Some of it you want to have so the actors can get comfortable with what they're doing.
Sure. Yes, yes. And what about sponsors?
We couldn't do this without our sponsors.
Sure.
I mean, we really appreciate it because it's a vote of confidence from everyone who has contributed. This season alone, the Alabama Arts Alliance, for the second time, has given us an arts license tag grant, so those support the arts license tags.
Yes.
Go get them for your cars because that money's coming back here to Sylacauga to put on theater in our community. Alabama State Council on the Arts has given us a grant for the entire season. Heritage South Credit Union, NEMAC, Bluebell Creameries, Skelton Heating and Air, Chick-fil-A of Sylacauga, Hendrickson Properties, Camellia Homes, Family Eye Care of Sylacauga, and Greystone Orthodontics have all signed on as season sponsors for us this year.
That's great. Now, I know you said the Arts Councils, they don't just give you the money, you have to apply for the grants. Is that
yes,
correct?
these were grants, and the Alabama State Council on the Arts is a really fabulous grant, and for 2 years they've given that to us as well. So we're really excited that after they came and actually came to the shows and watched them, they're really involved with making sure that the funds are spent correctly, and so when they came up, they were very pleased.
Oh, that's great. And I know writing a grant is not an easy task, but somebody's doing that for you. So you're out there trying to get money too for these productions.
All the time, because the more we can bring in, the easier it is for us to keep tickets at a level price and to bring really amazing shows to the community.
Well, y'all have done a great job so far, and I know you will continue. That's awesome.
Well, thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and pause here for a commercial break, and we'll be right back and talk some more with Patrick and Rob.
The Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center offers the senior citizens in the Sylacauga and surrounding areas lots of fantastic activities throughout the week. Sewing, ladies bridge, quilting, game-o-rama, ceramic classes, bingo, travel club, and lots more. It's all at the Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center located next to the J. Craig Smith Community Center in Sylacauga. Don't spend any more time alone. Get out, make new friends, and have fun.
Sylacauga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salad, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint, and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Sylacauga.
Great. What am I going to do now?
Time to visit Brown's Auto Collision.
No problem at all. We've contacted your insurance company and we can get you back into original condition right away. And I just want to remind you that all of our work is covered by a lifetime warranty. We're done.
Wow, that was easy and looks great.
Brown's Auto Collision,
where quality is no accident.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm talking with Rob Blanchard and Patrick McDonald, who are working with SAFE, Southern Dance and Performing Arts Company's production of The Wizard of Oz. And just so everybody will know, one more time, the dates and the cost and where to get tickets.
February 16th, 17th, 18th, 24th and 25th at B.B. Comer High School Auditorium. They can get tickets at sdpac.net, sdpac.net, or they can call 256-245-1669 if they want to talk to a real human.
Right. Well, great. Well, Rob, we started talking some about the cast, about how you build a lot of it at home. You take a lot of your own personal time to do this.
Yes, I do.
Well, I guess it's all your own personal time. You're a volunteer.
Right, I'm a volunteer, so everything I give is personal. Right.
That's great. Talk to me about building the sets. You said 2 or 3 weeks before? Or?
Right. When we start talking about the season, we know pretty early what shows we're going to do throughout the season, and so that gets your brain going. What are we going to do for this or that?
Planning.
I have a funny drawing for the Hunchback of Notre Dame, which was the last one. We're going to do, the Hunchback has this little sort of a lair that he lives in way up high.
Yeah.
So we had to build up high. And I thought, well, how's this going to look? And I'd have this little drawing with 3 little bell ropes hanging down, and that was going to be our set. And if you went to the actual play, it looked a lot different from that. We had a platform 6 feet high off the stage that was 24 by 6 or 24 by 8, and there was bells hanging everywhere and stairs, and a lot of the action took place up there. And so I said, here's the concept drawing, here's the as-built. Well, I don't really have a drawing for that because there's a lot of things that you don't know until you start building. And then, just how much happened up there was just amazing to me to watch. And it was really kind of moving to see all the bells moving and all the action up there.
It was.
So,
I was there. Yeah, it was
yeah,
great.
it was. When I first saw it and saw the actors on it, it got me. I was like, wow.
Wow.
That was the hardest thing I've ever built for DPAC, SDPAC.
Yeah.
And it was, it was obviously the biggest thing, and it really was fun.
Wow. But now you can use it again.
Yes, we recycle a lot.
Oh, do you really?
The platform that was Hunchback was actually things we made for Beauty and the Beast, which was two shows ahead of that. There was things from Frozen, our first musical, were in Big Fish. Things from Beauty and the Beast were in Big Fish.
Oh, wow.
The
we
platform
never knew.
The platform was in Big Fish, and it was in a different configuration. But so our job is to make it look fresh, and take you to Oz, to Kansas, to Paris, wherever we're going. And so, it's a lot of suspension of disbelief, and your imagination goes into making that happen.
Wow, and I was amazed. I know we were talking a few minutes ago. Everything has to be really well built, I know, because people are standing on that loft area up there. But then things have to be moved quickly.
Right.
And people have to know how they're moving. So everything has to be on wheels or something.
Part of my job is wheel maintenance. After a show or an intermission, I'll say, hey, the wheel broke on this major piece of the set that's going in and on and off the whole. So I have to run down from wherever I am and get my tools and find a wheel sometimes, or pull the costume out of the wheel that got wrapped up in it, or whatever happens.
So, a lot goes on behind the scenes that we don't know about.
It really does. If I see somebody struggling to push a set off the stage, I know I got to go up there and figure out why.
Wow.
Hopefully they forgot to turn the brake off.
Because you do it's very quick, isn't it? Scene to scene. You might have a break in the middle for an intermission, but the rest of it is move, move, move.
Right.
Or do or you change props and things.
Exactly. Yeah, you've got sometimes as little as 10 seconds to do a scene change.
Wow.
What about Celia's 30-second dress change?
Well, yeah, there is that.
Oh my goodness.
That was in Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, I forgot to mention you're Celia's dad.
Right.
And she was Beauty and the Beast. She was Beauty in Beauty and the Beast. That was a beautiful production. So your family is very involved.
Right.
I know the story that your wife made Belle's dress. That's what I always remember. She's made a lot more costumes, I'm sure.
The prettiest thing our family's ever made, probably. As far as, props and costumes and things. It was amazing to me.
So you guys are very involved in all of the productions, I know.
Right, we are.
Is your daughter in this one?
She is Aunt Em and Glinda, the Good Witch of the North.
Okay.
So she's a smaller role, but she's got a lot going on right now. So
right. Well, you have to balance that.
Works out.
I'm sure. Yeah. Who else is in the cast?
Our Dorothy is Shaylin Vick. Many will remember her. She was Esmeralda in Hunchback, and has played in other shows as well. Our Scarecrow is Michael Vick, her brother.
Okay.
And Tin Man is Phil Cosper. He was over at, used to be over at B.B. Comer. Now he works for the Talladega County Board of Education. And then our lion, we are platooning our Cowardly Lions. We've got Anna Poe and Keegan Messer, who are both playing different shows between the lion. All of those have dual roles in those first scenes. In the farm scenes, they are different characters, and so they have to play those characters in both states.
Okay, wow. Lots of lines to learn,
Oh,
lots of costume changes, I'm sure. But you have a great group.
We do. Well, I've been very pleased. What we were talking about, the sponsors are a vote of confidence when they contribute. When the actors come back and participate show after show, that's a vote of confidence from the inside.
Oh, it sure is. I know. And I had this further on down in my questions, but I'll go ahead and ask you, since you've had several of the same kids and even adults in them, have you seen them change and grow? I guess. I mean, how many years? It's been 3 or 4 years. I'm trying to
SDPAC's been doing theater for about 3 years, and I mean, I love it when we see actors, and I even see some rising actors who were 10, 11, 12 when they began with us, and so they're still in their mid-teens. But I'm looking at some of these younger actors and thinking, yeah, she's gonna be playing lead in a show very soon. They're building their chops. They're learning the craft and learning how to portray those characters on stage, and are really becoming solid actors here.
Right. How fun to watch them.
It is.
Change and grow. That's great. But then you have new people coming in too.
Every show we get new people in as well. So it's a great mix. And some people say, this was more work than I thought it was going to be. There are some weeks like when we go into Tech Week, we start putting all the sound and lights with it. Those are grueling rehearsals. I'll just be honest. It feels like work. But then you get out in front of the audience and they're involved in the show. The audience really becomes a part of the show, and you draw the energy from them, and it's really exciting.
Well, that is exciting. I can't wait to see it. Now, I know we were talking about sets and things like that. I didn't think about the people who act in it have to get used to the sets, where things are, so you have to have everything ready.
As much as we can. There's certain things we can't do until we get to Comer, which is starting tonight. They'll be practicing there.
Right, yeah.
We can't build the big set until they get there, so I can't do anything ahead of time really until probably this week sometime, and so it'll be the last week when they're finally everything's in place.
The tech and the
which is fun in a way. It's also kind of frightening because it's got to be right.
That's true. That's true. Now you're scaring me there.
Yeah, we put a lot of braces and stuff. The things that don't move are rock solid. The things that do move, that's the fun part, because like I said, the wheels could break.
Or things happen.
I built a table, and this guy here tells me we need a table and somebody's going to stand on it, and this is Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. So I built this nice table, and I said it's got to be light enough that I'm thinking 2 smaller kids might have to take it off, so I don't make it really, really heavy.
Yeah.
First thing, they broke your table.
Oh no!
I said, what are they doing on this table? And then because I didn't watch the practice. So then I fixed it and put it back together, and then I watched the practice, and it's like 8 kids are getting on it, jumping, dancing, spinning around. I'm like, y'all didn't tell me that this was what was going to happen. I didn't know there was going to be a square dance on my table. So I added some more braces to that.
Communication, right?
Right.
I'm sure
Exactly.
as you learn and do more of them, that is so
but
funny.
It's great.
That's great. That's great. Do you build and paint and everything, or do you have other people?
I don't paint just because I can get out of it.
Okay.
I do.
Give somebody else a chance.
I make it. I build it, and I say, okay, it's time to paint it. And then Roxanne paints our stuff.
Yes.
Roxanne Parrish paints our stuff, and other people help her.
Wow.
So painting's not my gift.
Well, that's okay. Everybody has their own gift and what they do.
But I will if I have to.
Yeah. But you have a whole host of people. They're the people who wear black and are on and off the stage. You barely see them because they're moving things.
They have the headsets on backstage, making sure that everybody's ready to come on when they're supposed to be.
Okay. Wow. That's a lot of coordinating, which I guess is your job, right? Coordinating all of this?
No, I build the team.
Okay.
It's really funny because the director, my job ends on opening night.
Oh.
When the curtain goes up and I do the introduction, we're done. I can go back and just enjoy the show because I've got Chris Thylacker as stage manager. I've got Roxanne Parrish as assistant director. Delora Rayfield is working costume costumes and props behind the scenes. So I've got a fabulous team backstage, Rob Setmaster, and then we have other people that we're recruiting in to help in those departments. And I really don't have a role except to go out and just kind of plug in where I need to. I think this show I may end up working lights for a few of the shows, but I just kind of plug in where I might be needed and fill in. Once we start the show, stage manager is in control.
Okay, well, you've done a good job. You have a good crew.
Have a great team.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, we're going to pause for another commercial break, and we'll be right back and talk some more with Rob and Patrick.
The Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center offers the senior citizens in the Sylacauga and surrounding areas lots of fantastic activities throughout the week. Sewing, ladies bridge, quilting, game-o-rama, ceramic classes, bingo, travel club, and lots more. It's all at the Maxie Veazey Senior Adult Activity Center located next to the J. Craig Smith Community Center in Sylacauga. Don't spend any more time alone. Get out, make new friends, and have fun.
Sylacauga's best kept secret? No more. Harvey's on Noble is the place to go for the area's best food and drinks. Whether you're in the mood for steak, burgers, salad, seafood, or dessert, Harvey's on Noble will not disappoint, and the atmosphere is perfect for catching the big game or just relaxing after work. Harvey's is open for dinner Wednesday through Saturdays, so round up the family and we'll see you at Harvey's on Noble, downtown Sylacauga.
Great. What am I going to do now?
Time to visit Brown's Auto Collision.
No problem at all. We've contacted your insurance company and we can get you back into original condition right away. And I just want to remind you that all of our work is covered by a lifetime warranty. We're done.
Wow, that was easy and looks great.
Brown's Auto Collision,
Where quality is no accident.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm talking with Rob Blanchard and Patrick McDonald. And on the screen you see, go ahead and tell us the dates of the production and where to get tickets.
All right, the dates are the February 16th, 17th, 18th, 24th, and 25th at B.B. Comer High School Auditorium. You can get tickets at sdpac.net. Click on the link to purchase the tickets or call 256-245-1669.
All right. You can buy them at the door, too.
You can buy them at the door if we have them available, yes.
Yes, yes. What about the shirts? I forgot to mention the T-shirts that you are selling.
We do pre-sell them a bit at SDPAC. You have to kind of go in and pick them up because you're going to want to get your right size and everything. But we will have T-shirts available for the show, at the show, so you can pick them up at the T-shirt table.
And there's no place like home with the red shoes. Can't beat that. That's great. That's so much fun. And I know we talked about your families all being involved, and you have a lot of volunteers that help you. That is wonderful. I know you enjoy doing that as a family. Actually, I know Michael and Shaylin are brother and sister. Do you have other brother, sister, or family?
Well, Michael Giddens, and who is his son-in-law.
Yes,
That's my son-in-law.
now. Beauty married the Beast. I love that story. Right. That's great. They were great.
And his mother's in
his mother's
The
in
Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Janie Giddens, yeah.
Yes.
I told Celia not to keep calling her that after the show.
She wouldn't mind.
She wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
No.
How fun.
And my family obviously is involved. Pretty much everybody, even Joseph, who's not in this show, has been helping work on music in the background. So, everybody, they don't get an option in my house.
Yeah.
They have to participate.
Your daughter is a dancer, and she is the
choreographer for this show. She choreographed Big Fish and has choreographed other shows before for us. So I just love the way she writes dances for our cast, and because the cast they're difficult enough where they don't look really simple, and they're easy enough where they can pick them up and master them by the time we put them on stage.
Wow, that's great. And I love the way, like you said, you involve your children. all ages. I mean, Rachel is not an old person. She's very good. She's a wonderful dancer. She's beautiful. But I love that you're giving younger people a chance to contribute and be a major part.
Sure. Right. Yeah, I mean, we couldn't do this without some of the teenagers who are involved. Right. We have a lot. I have one group where they work only backstage, but they don't want to be on stage. Right. But we couldn't run shows without them. I mean, the Sadler family, one of them goes on stage, and the other two work backstage and make sure our props and sets are moved in the right places. So it takes a lot of people backstage to make sure the people on stage look good.
That's right.
And so that's what we all conspire to do is to make what comes out in front of the audience. We're conspiring to make them look good.
That's great. And I know we talked about you've had students that have gone on to act in college maybe. Have you had some to go to college or other places and work backstage? That's, like you said, a vital part.
Well, my oldest son, Sean, he graduated from UNA, had a theater scholarship. That's something a lot of people don't realize is that they have scholarships for theater. It's not just football and baseball and basketball at universities. And most of those scholarships, one year I was talking with one of the theater professors, 50% of their scholarships went unclaimed.
Oh,
so,
goodness.
That's free money. If you want to go to school, come train as an actor, come train as a technician behind the scenes. And there are universities here in our state that will pay you to come and be one of their students.
Wow. And you learn that by participating as maybe a child or a young adult.
Yeah, the earlier you start, the better you are as you develop. Acting, there is a measure of talent, but what I tell my kids is talent gets you one step head start. Anybody who's going to work harder is going to pass you. So talent is a craft. It's something you learn. And you might not be the most talented person. You may be the one whose knees are knocking on your first show, but then you come out there and you learn it and you do it, you become involved with it, and you learn that craft.
I've seen kids just really bloom, I think, on stage. That is wonderful. Well, we've got just about a minute left or less, but I'm so excited. People can follow you on Facebook, correct?
Right. They can just follow Southern Dance and Performing Arts, and things are posted out there about the progress of our show, and they can get information on upcoming shows.
And you have another program this summer.
This summer we'll be doing Our Town, and we don't have the details lined up where I can announce all those yet, but we'll be doing Our Town this summer.
We look forward to seeing that and all the other productions. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of your hard work, and I look forward to seeing, well, I won't see you, but I will see everybody on stage at the Wizard of Oz.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Library Connection.